Welcome back, everybody. Today we will be I will be reading my favorite Bible story. So we are gonna be reading just 2 stories, so that at the end I could tell you why do I like this Bible and why do I like the story. So, the giants. During the next few years, David often visited the place and played his harp for Saul. Sometimes Saul had to leave and fight wars against the Philistines. Then David would go home to his father. Among Saul's soldiers were 3 of David's older brothers. Jesse often told David to bring grain and bread and cheese to his brothers. That way he could hear how his sons were doing during one battle. Saul and his soldiers had a big problem. No fighting had started yet because of a Philistine soldier named Goliath. Goliath was a very, very, very tall man. To most of the Israelites, he looked just like a giant. Goliath the giant had challenged the Israelites. If any of you want to fight me, then I dare you to try. If I win, you will all become our slaves. If your man wins, then we have to serve you. All Saul's men took one look at Goliath and shivered in fear. How could we fight like that? How could we fight like that? They whispered. No one dared to fight him. Even David's brothers were too afraid to fight Goliath. Goliath's insults. For over a month, Goliath threatened the Israelite army. At this time, Jesse happened to ask David if he would bring supplies to his brothers. David was glad to go. When David reached the camp, he looked everywhere for his brothers. Just then, a great cry went up the Israelite soldiers. Run for your lives! It's the giant! Goliath bellowed. Ha! I knew it! You Israelites are all just an army of cowards. I dare is out to prove me wrong. Your God is weak. He can't help you. Goliath had said a terrible, terrible thing. He had said God was weak. When David heard Goliath's insult, he grew very angry. He tried to find out more from the frightened soldiers around him. He heard about the reward. Saul had offered riches and his daughter in marriage to any man who would fight Goliath. Okay, here's something I got wrong here. It's not 2 stories, it's actually 3. So, David the giant killer. David went to Saul. He told him, let me fight this Goliath. I don't want God's people to look like cowards. Saul said, you can't fight him. You're just a boy. Trust. David stuck his chin out. I've saved my sheep from lions and bears. Finally, Saul agreed. He gave David his armor and weapons. They were too big since David was not used to wearing such heavy armor. He threw it off. I will meet Goliath dressed as a shepherd. Then David chose 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook. It was time to fight the giant. When Goliath saw him, he roared, "What an insult! You dare to send a little boy to fight the great Goliath?" But David told him, You might have a sword and spear. My weapon is the name of the Lord God Almighty. He is the God of our army, the very one you made fun of. Today, God will help me strike you down and take off your head. Then the whole world will know. It's not a sword which wins battles, but the power of the Lord. Confidence. Goliath moved closer to attack David. Suddenly, David darted towards Goliath. He fighted his sling with a stone. David swung it around and around his head. Then it flied. It's weird. This is not weird. This is a word that I can't know. I do not know. Word. It's not the word. It's a different one. It whirred through the air faster than it took Goliath to raise his spear. Too late, the stone bored a hole right into Goliath's head. The great giant fell with a mighty thud onto the ground. David took Goliath's big heavy sword. He killed him and cut his head off. The Philistines could not believe their eyes. They turned and ran. The men of Israel and Judah did not let them get away. A great battle was won that day because David trusted in God's power. That's the end of our story for today. Maybe we will do another story tomorrow, but not today. Bye. See you next time. Please like and subscribe. And it was retold by Anna D. Graf, illustrated by Jose Perez Montero. The Children's Bible Storybook. That was the Old Testament. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. See you next time.